The interviewees complained that they had lice and that those who were HIV positive among them could not access their antiretroviral treatment. Lutaya Bennon, one of 6 of the detainees in the men-only prison who identify as trans women, had tears in her eyes as she recounted how guards had ripped out her earrings. "Everyone in here is horrible to us," she said. "In the night, some other prisoners have come and forced us to let them touch our penises." LGBT activists and supporters attend a Kenyan court ruling on whether to decriminalize same-sex relationships in Nairobi, Kenya, on February 22. Credit. Bennon and others said that all 20 were carrying identification from UNHCR. Edgar Atuhaire, 24, who, like Bennon, is Ugandan, said that UNHCR or affiliated organizations had not yet come to check on them in the prison, though a UNHCR spokeswoman said that they had been in contact with the detainees, directly and indirectly, and that a lawyer had been provided for them from a partner organization. That lawyer, Atuhaire said, told all the refugees to plead guilty, advice which the UNHCR spokeswoman echoed and said was, in the hope of trying to get a reduced or lesser punishment. Loading, these offenses were committed in public and difficult to deny, said Yvonne Ndege, the UNHCR spokeswoman. Atuhaire and others said they would not take the advice as they believe they did nothing wrong. Prison guards only let 5 of the 19 detainees at Nairobi West, one person is being held at a women-only prison nearby, speak to the reporter, saying that, "You will get from these 5 what you would get from the rest." Among them was Sabam Kimbigwe, who opened his mouth to show how many teeth had been knocked out by a prison guard, at least 4. He said that similar attacks had happened to others whom the reporter was not able to meet, provoked sometimes by small things such as a refusal to eat the porridge they are served every day. A tentative court date for the refugees has been set for March 26, while the new date for the court ruling is in late May. Credit. Bandage said, "We're looking into this in response to the allegations of abuse in the prison," and said they are planning visits with the detainees this week. A tentative court date for the refugees has been set for March 26. Homosexuality is illegal in most African countries, many of which inherited anti-sodomy laws from European colonial governments. Prominent politicians in Kenya have described homosexuality as un-African and an affront to the values of most Kenyans. 85% of whom identify as Christians, and another 10% who identify as Muslims. In neighboring Tanzania, many LGBT people have gone into hiding after authorities in the capital Dar es Salaam called on residents to help identify homosexuals so they could be arrested. Uganda, which also borders Kenya, drew international condemnation in 2014 for passing a law that carried a life sentence for aggravated homosexuality. The law was annulled later that year, but thousands of LGBT Ugandans became refugees, fleeing a spate of murders that accompanied inflamed rhetoric around the law. Many, like Lubega Musa, came to Nairobi, and hoped to be resettled in more accepting countries such as Britain or Canada. Musa, 26, now lives in a suburban safe house with other refugees, and is friends with many of those recently detained. He has been in Kenya for almost 3 years and cautioned against optimism despite the judicial progressiveness. Many activists here hope for, if homosexuality is decriminalized here, it will actually be worse for us. Our resettlement process will slow down, or even stop. UNHCR will say we are safe now. But actually, we will be less safe, he said. It would be a good moment for activists, but it is a scary one for the refugee or the trans woman on the street. To the celebrators, I say shortened your high heels, babe. If it happens, this could be a huge milestone, yes, but on the street, it is just one step. The Washington Post Human Rights World Politics Kenya LGBT.